Hello, children. This is Indradi here, and I'm back with another story from 101 Dalmatian. And as I said, I'm gonna read this story today, and I'm in a hurry, so I'm gonna read it very, very, very fast. And because I have to return this book, all right. So let's begin the story. A blustery wind was blowing outside. But the Dalmatian puppies, all 99 of them, were snug and cozy in their new house. The puppies crowded around Nanny, who was reading them a bedtime story. Lucky loved bedtime stories, especially one about detective. He wished he could be a detective. When Nanny's story was over, Pongo and Perdita tucked the puppies into the bed, but Lucky wasn't tired, not even a little bit. He couldn't stop thinking about all the mysteries he would solve if he were a detective. One by one, the other puppies drifted off to sleep. Soon, Lucky was the only one still awake. Suddenly, his ears twitched. Creak, squeak, bang. What was that strange sound? Lucky bolted upright. Maybe this was it, the mystery he had wished for. Maybe the sound was the clue. Lucky carefully climbed out of bed. His parents were in the living room with Roger and Anita. No one would notice if Lucky slipped through the doggy door. He could go outside, find some clues, crack the case, and be back before anyone even knew he had left. Lucky scampered outside. He looked around. He had never been outside alone at night. The wind had died down, but it was very dark all around him. Lucky saw strange shadowy shapes. Lucky thought about going back inside, but he knew that a true detective would solve his case no matter what. If he wanted to be a detective, he had to go on, dark or no dark. Lucky sniffed the air. An unfamiliar smell made his nose twitch. Maybe it was another clue. Lucky pressed his nose down to the dirt and sniffed again. There it was. Same smell. His tail wagged as he followed the sun into the woods. This is exactly what a real detective would do, Lucky thought eagerly as he tracked the smell to a hollow log. Lucky poked his head into the log to see what was inside and found two spooky eyes staring back at him. Lucky yelped in surprise. He backed out of the log as quickly as he could. Strange noises filled in the air, and Lucky felt something brush up his head. Lucky was surrounded by spooky sounds, and he didn't know what was making any of them. And to make matters worse, he had been so busy tracking the smell that he hadn't noticed how far he had roamed. He had no idea where he was going or how to get home. There was only one thing to do: run. Lucky raced through the forest, ducking under the branches and leaping over the rocks. When the trees began to thin, he charged forward, running faster and faster and faster until bang! He knocked right into someone. In a flurry of fur and tails and hisses and growls, Lucky and the stranger tumbled over and over and over. Then the puppy heard a familiar voice. Lucky, is that you? It was Sergeant Tips, the cat who had helped rescue Lucky and his siblings from Cruella the Evil. Sergeant Tibbs, Lucky cried in relief. Help! I'm lost. I don't know how to get home. Sergeant Tibbs knew just what to do. He led Lucky to an old barn where the two filled in the colonel on Lucky's situation. This call is for midnight bark, the colonel said. The colonel lumbered over to the door and howled into the night. Lucky waited anxiously for a response. At last it came. The barks echoed across the countryside to the Dalmatian plantation, where a sleepy Pongo opened his eyes. It's a lost pup, he whispered to Perdita. I'll go and help. Follow the barks. They will lead you home again, the colonel told Lucky. Good luck, lad. Thank you. Lucky told the colonel and Sergeant Tibbs. Then, listening closely, he ran into the night. The colonel was right. Following the sound of the barks, Lucky soon realized he was on the way home. And now that he was less scared, Lucky was able to solve all the mysteries he had stumbled upon. Even the creaky old gate that had started it all. Back at the Dalmatian plantation, Pongo was shocked to see Lucky bounding up to him. The midnight bark was for you? He asked. Dad, Dad, I solved the mystery, Lucky exclaimed. Just like a real detective. Tell me about it in the morning, Pongo whispered as he led Lucky back to the bed. And no more mysteries tonight. Lucky agreed and snuggled up next to his siblings, ready to fall asleep after his big adventure. Suddenly, his ears twitched again. Rick, squeak. What was that strange sound? Maybe it was a clue. The end. That's it for today, and let's go. You want to come? Let's go and return the book. Okay. All right. It's too loud. All right. I'll see you guys. Okay, all right. I'll be back with a new story. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.